Imagine waking up every morning feeling that the world has already chosen you as its most fortunate soul. Imagine walking through life with a heart so full of gratitude that even the smallest moments, sunlight on your face, a kind word from a stranger, the simple gift of breath, feel like miracles. Today I want to speak to you about a power that is greater than wealth, greater than status, greater than chance itself, the power of acting as if you are the luckiest person in the world. For it is not luck that makes a life extraordinary, but the choice to see opportunity where others see obstacles, to embrace hope where others see despair, and to carry joy in your soul even when the road is difficult. When you act as if fortune smiles upon you, you begin to shape your reality, and in doing so, you awaken a force within yourself that cannot be ignored. This is not merely a lesson of optimism. It is a call to courage, a challenge to rise above circumstance, and a reminder that the most powerful gift we can claim is the choice to live as if life itself is on our side. Today, let us step forward, not waiting for luck to find us, but living each moment as if we are already the luckiest beings on this earth. Every day we are given a gift, the gift of life itself. Every breath we take, every sunrise that greets us, every heartbeat that reminds us we are alive is a treasure beyond measure. Yet so often we forget this simple truth. We focus on what we lack, on the challenges that burden us, on the obstacles that slow our journey, and in doing so, we blind ourselves to the abundance that already surrounds us. True luck, real fortune, begins not with what comes to us from the outside, but with the choice we make on the inside, the choice to see life as a blessing, to awaken each morning with gratitude in our hearts. Gratitude is more than a feeling, it is a way of living. It is the lens through which we view the world, transforming ordinary moments into miracles. When we choose to appreciate the small things, a warm cup of tea, a smile from a stranger, a gentle breeze on a weary day, we begin to notice that life is filled with countless reasons to feel fortunate. And in that recognition, our perspective changes. We begin to see opportunities where before we saw only obstacles. We begin to find strength where before we felt weakness. We begin to discover joy where before we saw only struggle. Even in times of hardship, gratitude can be our greatest ally. It is easy to feel unlucky when we face pain, loss, or disappointment, but even in these moments there are lessons to be learned, growth to be embraced, and moments of beauty to be recognized. A single act of kindness, a supportive word, the resilience of our own spirit. These are reminders that we are not without fortune, even when life feels difficult. When we cultivate the habit of gratitude, we create a fertile ground in which luck and opportunity can flourish. Acting as though we are the luckiest people in the world is not arrogance. It is a deliberate act of courage. It is the decision to step into each day with a heart open to possibility, a mind attuned to hope, and a soul anchored in appreciation. Those who live with gratitude attract blessings in ways that cannot be measured, for their energy radiates positivity. And the world responds to that energy. They inspire others, uplift communities, and most importantly, they remind themselves that life is not a series of unfortunate events, but a sequence of moments, each one precious, each one a gift. So let us choose gratitude as our mindset. Let us recognize that every breath is a blessing, every challenge a chance to grow, and every connection an opportunity to share joy. When we live in this way, we do not wait for luck to find us, we create it. We become, in truth, the luckiest people in the world, not because circumstances are perfect, but because our hearts have learned to see the beauty in everything that life offers. Gratitude transforms ordinary existence into extraordinary living, and in that transformation, we discover the power to shape our destiny one thankful moment at a time. every thought we allow to flourish in our minds has the power to shape our world. Positivity is not simply a fleeting feeling or a momentary escape from hardship. It is a conscious choice, a lens through which we interpret every experience, every challenge, every interaction. When we act as if we are the luckiest people in the world, we are not waiting for good fortune to arrive at our doorstep. We are creating it from within. This is the essence of true power, the understanding that our mindset is the seed and our actions are the soil in which opportunity can grow. Believing in your own fortune is not wishful thinking. It is an unwavering faith in the possibilities that exist even when circumstances seem bleak. When you carry the belief that life has been kind to you, even in small ways, your perspective shifts. You begin to notice doors that others pass by, chances that others overlook, and moments of connection that others fail to appreciate. Positivity acts as a magnet, drawing toward us the opportunities and people that resonate with our energy. Those who choose pessimism or doubt may see the same situations, but they miss the potential hidden within. Acting as if you are lucky transforms perception. It allows you to see abundance where others see scarcity, growth where others see limitation. This power of positivity is not naive. It does not deny the existence of pain, struggle, or injustice. Rather, it equips us to face these realities with courage and clarity. When we approach life as the luckiest person in the world, our optimism becomes a tool for resilience. We are more willing to take risks, more willing to step into the unknown, and more willing to embrace the lessons embedded in failure. Positivity gives us the energy to persist when the road is difficult and the vision to recognize opportunity where others see dead ends. It allows us to transform challenges into stepping stones and setbacks into lessons that propel us forward. Furthermore, positivity is contagious. When we act as though fortune favors us, others cannot help but notice. Our energy uplifts, inspires, and motivates those around us. A positive outlook does not just change our life, it creates a ripple effect, influencing families, communities, and even workplaces. People are drawn to those who radiate hope and gratitude because positivity is a language that speaks directly to the human spirit. In this way, our choice to see life through a lens of luck and opportunity becomes a gift not only to ourselves but to the world. Acting as if you are the luckiest person is an act of creation. It is a declaration that your reality is not dictated by circumstance, but by mindset, by perspective, and by the way you choose to engage with the world. Positivity allows you to transform ordinary moments into extraordinary opportunities, to turn obstacles into triumphs, and to live each day with a sense of wonder and possibility. When you embrace this power, you do not wait for luck. You become the architect of your own fortune, Shepin. G. A life of abundance, opportunity, and joy, with every thought, every choice, and every action you take. Life does not promise ease. It does not guarantee that the road will be smooth or that our dreams will unfold without challenge. Yet, it is precisely in the face of difficulty that the strength of the human spirit is revealed. True luck is not the absence of obstacles, it is the courage to move forward despite them. To act as if you are the luckiest person in the world is not to ignore hardship, it is to confront it with resilience, knowing that every setback carries within it the seed of growth and every challenge holds a lesson waiting to be learned. Adversity tests us. It tests our patience, our determination, and our faith in ourselves. Yet those who see themselves as fortunate understand a crucial truth. Challenges are not the end of the story. They are the chapters that define it. When you face a difficulty with courage, you transform it into an opportunity. Each trial becomes a teacher, each failure a guidepost toward improvement, and each moment of struggle a chance to discover the depth of your own strength. The luckiest people do not wait for problems to vanish. They meet them head-on, armed with hope, perseverance, and the belief that every obstacle is temporary and every hardship is surmountable. Resilience is cultivated in the small moments of decision. It is in choosing to rise after a fall, to speak words of encouragement to yourself when doubt creeps in, indeed, to keep taking steps forward when the path is uncertain. It is in recognizing that setbacks are not signs of weakness, but invitations to grow stronger, wiser, and more determined. Every time you embrace a challenge instead of avoiding it, you strengthen your spirit. Every time you choose optimism over despair, you reinforce the truth that your luck is not merely given. It is created through your persistence, your courage, and your refusal to surrender. Moreover, resilience in adversity inspires others. When people witness someone facing hardship with grace and determination, they are reminded of the potential within themselves. Acting as if you are the luckiest person in the world is not a solitary act. It radiates outward. Your ability to endure, to learn, and to thrive in the midst of difficulty becomes a beacon of hope, showing that life's challenges are not chains to bind us, but stepping stones to elevate us. Luck, therefore, is not simply a matter of chance. It is a reflection of how we respond to life's inevitable trials. Those who see themselves as fortunate embrace adversity with courage, recognizing that every challenge is shaping them into a stronger, wiser, and more capable human being. They understand that true fortune is born not from ease or comfort, but from the resilience to persevere, the wisdom to learn, and the courage to act, even when the odds seem against them. So when life presents you with obstacles, do not despair. Stand tall, embrace the struggle, and act as though you are the luckiest person in the world. For in doing so, you transform adversity into opportunity, weakness into strength, and challenges into the very stepping stones that lead you to a life of abundance, purpose, and fulfillment. The way we carry ourselves, the energy we bring into every room, and the attitude we choose to embrace can have a power far greater than any words we speak. Our lives are not lived in isolation. They ripple outward, touching the hearts and minds of those around us in ways we may never fully see. When you act as though you are the luckiest person in the world, when you carry gratitude, optimism, and hope in your very being, you become a source of inspiration for others. Your attitude becomes a quiet force, one that encourages people to believe in themselves, to see opportunity where they once saw obstacles, and to step forward with courage, even in the face of uncertainty. Attitude is contagious. A smile, a word of encouragement, a calm presence in a storm. They may seem small, but they are powerful. People watch how we respond to life, and in that response they find permission to respond similarly. When we meet difficulties with grace rather than despair, when we celebrate small victories and embrace life's abundance instead of dwelling on scarcity, we teach by example. Others begin to see that luck is not a matter of chance, but a reflection of perspective. They begin to realize that their mindset, their outlook, and their choices can shape their reality just as much as external circumstances. Influence through attitude is not about imposing your optimism on others. It is about living authentically in a way that uplifts and empowers. It is about showing through action and presence that positivity is not naive, it is courageous. It is about demonstrating that a life rooted in gratitude, hope, and resilience has the power to transform not only your own experience, but also the environment around you. When others see someone who acts as though they are the luckiest person in the world, they cannot help but be reminded that they too have the capacity to find fortune and joy in their lives, even amidst difficulty. Moreover, the influence of a positive attitude extends far beyond personal interactions. It shapes communities, workplaces, and families. A single individual who embodies optimism can ignite a wave of hope and possibility that spreads like a ripple in a pond. Small actions, a kind word, a helping hand, a patient smile, combine with the energy of attitude to create change that reaches farther than we can measure. It reminds us all that leadership is not defined solely by position or title, but by the ability to uplift, inspire, and guide through example. Ultimately, acting as though you are the luckiest person in the world is both a personal practice and a gift to others. Your optimism, gratitude, and courage ripple outward, creating waves of possibility, inspiration, and hope. By influencing others through attitude, you remind the world that fortune is not simply found. It is cultivated, shared, and multiplied through the power of presence and example. In living this way, you do not just transform your life, you transform the lives of everyone who has the privilege to witness it. Fortune is not a passive gift that falls into our laps. It is something that responds to motion, effort, and courage. Luck favors those who act, those who refuse to wait for opportunity to appear as if by magic, and those who step boldly into the arena of life with faith in themselves and in the possibilities before them. To act as if you are the luckiest person in the world is not merely to feel fortunate, it is to move forward with confidence, knowing that each step taken in courage is a step that opens doors, creates opportunities, and shapes destiny. Action is the bridge between hope and reality. Dreams without action remain shadows, intentions without effort are only whispers. When you combine gratitude with purposeful action, you create a force that the universe cannot ignore. The luckiest people understand that life rewards movement, not hesitation. They wake each day with a sense of purpose and a determination to engage fully with whatever comes their way. Whether it is pursuing a long-held goal, reaching out to form a meaningful connection, or simply showing up consistently in their own lives, their actions amplify the blessings that already exist and draw new ones toward them. Even in the face of uncertainty, action fuels luck. Fear and doubt are natural, but they are obstacles that only grow stronger when we remain idle. Every small step, every choice to act despite fear, transforms potential into reality. Taking action is a declaration that you will not wait for life to hand you fortune. You will create it, and in doing so, you invite opportunities that cannot be predicted. What may have seemed impossible begins to shift. Doors previously closed begin to open, and the energy of effort begins to attract resources, people, and experiences aligned with your purpose. Moreover, action transforms mindset. Confidence grows not simply from hope or belief, but from the experience of moving forward and seeing results, however small they may be. Each completed task, each challenge faced, and each decision made builds momentum. Luck, in this sense, is a byproduct of persistence, courage, and commitment. The world responds to those who engage actively with it, rewarding initiative and determination in ways that passive expectation never can. It is also important to remember that action need not be grandiose. Even small, consistent steps carry great power. Sending a message of gratitude, offering help without expectation, practicing patience and resilience, or taking a tiny step toward a personal dream. These actions compound over time. When paired with the mindset of the luckiest person in the world, they create a life of purpose, abundance, and possibility. In truth, action is the engine of luck. Waiting, hesitating, or doubting delays the blessings that could already be on their way. When we act boldly, guided by gratitude and fueled by hope, we awaken fortune, invite opportunity, and shape a reality that aligns with our highest potential. To live as if you are the luckiest person in the world is to move, to strive, and to act, knowing that with every deliberate step, you are calling luck to your side and creating a life of abundance, purpose, and joy. The life we lead leaves echoes far beyond the moments we inhabit. Every word we speak, every action we take, and every choice we make sends ripples into the lives of others, often in ways we will never fully witness. When we act as if we are the luckiest person in the world, we do more than enrich our own lives. We leave a legacy of joy and hope that touches everyone around us. This legacy is not measured in wealth, fame, or accolades, but in the hearts we uplift, the courage we inspire, and the belief we instill that happiness is not a matter of circumstance, but of choice. Living with gratitude, optimism, and resilience creates a powerful example. When others see someone face life with joy despite hardship, they are reminded that fortune is not merely something one waits for. It is something one cultivates. Every smile, every word of encouragement, every act of kindness becomes part of a larger tapestry, one that teaches humanity that courage and joy are decisions, not coincidences. In choosing to live as if we are the luckiest, we model the art of finding abundance in the ordinary, hope in the struggle, and opportunity in every challenge. This legacy extends beyond our immediate circle. Communities, workplaces, families, and even strangers are influenced by the energy we carry. When one person embodies joy and hope, it creates a ripple effect, inspiring others to adopt a similar mindset. A child witnessing resilience learns that challenges can be overcome. A colleague observing gratitude learns to see the blessings in their own life. A friend or stranger sensing positivity finds courage in the face of their own uncertainty. Our personal choice to act as if fortune smiles upon us becomes a quiet yet powerful force that nurtures possibility and growth in others. Moreover, a life lived with hope transforms suffering. Those who maintain joy in difficult times do not deny reality, they confront it with courage and wisdom. This demonstrates to others that happiness is not the absence of trials, but the presence of perseverance, the ability to see light even in darkness. Our legacy of hope reminds humanity that they too possess the strength to endure, the capacity to grow, and the right to embrace joy. In this way, acting as the luckiest person is a form of leadership. It shows by example that life can be navigated with courage, gratitude, and hope. Ultimately, the legacy of joy and hope is enduring because it transcends the individual. Material wealth fades, circumstances change, and recognition is temporary. But the inspiration we plant in others, the courage we model, and the positivity we radiate continue to live on. By choosing to embody gratitude, optimism, and resilience, we leave a lasting imprint on the world. A life lived as if you are the luckiest person reminds all of humanity that happiness is a choice, that courage is a practice, and that every moment carries the potential for greatness. When we act as though we are the luckiest people in the world, we do more than transform ourselves. We transform the world around us. We leave behind a legacy not measured in possessions, but in the lives we touch, the hope we spread, and the joy we inspire, showing that the greatest fortune of all is the ability to choose happiness and courage in every moment.